Good evening, everybody. Beautiful weather out there today. A little bit warmer than what we saw earlier in the week. We were much cooler out there, but we're going to start seeing some hazy conditions as we get started for tomorrow, the final day of August. We're going to see some wildfire smoke coming in from North Idaho. That's going to be pushing into the Snake River Plain for much of the day tomorrow. So don't be surprised if you see some hazy conditions tomorrow. Warming trend is going to continue through the next couple of days. We're going to start warming up into the upper 80s, and then by midweek into the upper 90s. In fact, a lot of us are going to get up into the low 90s before we start cooling down just a little bit. Storm tracker radar right now, not a lot going on. We did have a few clouds earlier north and west of Arco, and those are starting to diminish as we get later into the evening. But as we zoom out, we do have an area of high pressure over Utah and even Arizona. And that's pushing in that high pressure into eastern Idaho through the next couple of days. That's going to help warm up our temperatures a bit. It's also going to keep a lot of that sunshine around our weather dry. But we also have some wildfire smoke pushing in from northern Idaho. That's going to be pushing in from our northwesterly winds. And those winds are going to be pushing in that smoke by tomorrow. So we're not going to be surprised if we see some hazy conditions through tomorrow morning, even into the afternoon hours. So for tonight, we're going to stay clear skies. Temperatures in the low 50s tonight, not too bad out there. And our winds are going to stay fairly calm out of the southeast, up to 5 miles per hour for tonight. And then Idaho Falls, clear skies, temperatures in the 40s, getting down into the mid 40s for tonight. So if you're heading out pretty early tomorrow, you may want to keep that light jacket with you, at least early, but you're not going to keep it for very long. Temperatures are going to be getting back up into the 80s for Pocatello. Plenty of sunshine, but we're going to start seeing that haze coming in by tomorrow morning, even into the afternoon hours. So don't be surprised if the skies look a little bit milky out there. That's going to be from that wildfire smoke coming in. Our winds out of the northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. That's going to be contributing to that. Idaho Falls, sunshine for tomorrow. We're going to stay dry, a little bit cooler out there. Temperatures in the mid 80s. We're going to see a little bit of that haze by tomorrow afternoon with our winds out of the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. That's going to be a big factor of that with that smoke out there. Temperatures for tomorrow, not too bad for a lot of us. Going to get a little bit warmer out there. Twin Falls, though, going to be our warmest spot at 91 degrees. A little bit cooler as we head a little bit closer to Wyoming, into the Snake River Plain, getting into the mid 80s. And as we head up to Island Park, getting down into the upper 70s for tomorrow for our highs. A little bit nicer out there. Yellowstone, though, going to be barely getting into the 70s, but it's still going to be quite nice out there. Your Southeast Idaho Chevy dealer 7-day forecast. Looking ahead, plenty of sunshine. We do have that haze in the forecast for tomorrow. Then we do for Labor Day, plenty of sunshine. Temperatures warming up into the 90s by the next couple of days. Mostly sunny skies. We start dropping those temperatures by Thursday and Friday, getting into the upper 80s. Going to see a little bit more clouds coming in by the end of the week. Idaho Falls, sunshine, but we're going to see that haze coming in for tomorrow. A little bit cooler out there. Temperatures in the mid 80s, a little bit cooler from Pocatello. Temperatures starting to warm up a bit as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. Plenty of sunshine. A few more clouds coming in for Thursday and Friday. Blackfoot, if you're heading to the Eastern Idaho State Fair tomorrow, plenty of sunshine, but we could see a little bit of that haze. But keep that sunscreen handy, especially for Monday and Tuesday if you're wanting to head out to the fair. It's also going to be hot out there, getting into the 90s by Tuesday. Slight drop in our temperatures by Wednesday and Thursday. Rexburg, plenty of sunshine with a little bit of some haze tomorrow into Monday. Plenty of sunshine. Warming trend continues for Tuesday. We start dropping those temperatures by the end of the week. Teton area, mix of sun and clouds. We're going to see a little bit of that haze coming in. More sunshine for Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures remaining into the 80s. Central Mountains, looks like we're going to see some haze for tomorrow with sunshine returning for the holiday.